Hello and welcome to this hour's Week of Love meditation session. I'm Dan Mangena, creator of the Beyond Intention Paradigm, best-selling author of Stepping Beyond Intention, and host of the Do It Dan podcast. And it's my absolute honor to hold the space for you today. I'm going to take a moment to talk to you guys about focused intention and why our meditation that we host for you as my fellow ambassadors and I, why there's an intention in front of it. Because when we go into a space of meditation, what we're really doing is we're opening ourselves up to a connection to our true self. More and more science is coming out to back up what really the ancients have been saying for thousands of years. Yes, they use funny language and different stories and analogies and allegories, I think it is. You guys know what I mean. They use all these funny things to mask deep truths. And those deep truths are being demonstrated now by modern science, namely that our physical reality really isn't all that it feels to be. You know, this computer that I'm using isn't really the physical matter that I'm tapping. All really is the same beautiful thing that everything's made of, the same thing that those flowers are made of, the same thing that I'm made of, that's operating at a frequency that responds to my expectations about what I'm going to experience. And the expectation about what I'm going to experience is being communicated moment to moment by my subconscious mind, by my beliefs about what I can and cannot experience. But when we set intentions, what we're actually doing is deliberately disrupting the pattern of what the subconscious mind says that we should experience and what we should expect. And we have the opportunity to step in and actually have a conscious say in what that expectation will be, and through that expectation, deliberately direct the experience that we have at the end of the day. When we take the time out to send love to ourselves and love to the planet, we are disrupting any pattern that's not in alignment with that. It's possible that we already are in love with ourselves and we already are in love with the planet. But there's an additional piece to this that a really clever lady called Liv McTaggart finally put pen to paper on. And that's this idea of quantum entanglement, that at a purely energetic level, we are so deeply connected that when a number of us come together and hold a common expectation, a common disruption of the subconscious status quo, a common expectation, a common intention, we can actually elevate the power of that intention's affecting all of our lives. And so when even more of us are coming together with an expansive, far-reaching expectation, far-reaching intention, what we're really doing is we're allowing each and every one of us to supercharge an intention that we have for each other. There's a lot of stuff going on today about all the craziness in the world. There was the climate, I can't remember what they called it, the climate shutdown. There was a lot of picketing and going at governments this weekend and saying, you know, you guys do more, you guys do more, you guys do more. But a fundamental level at the look of what reality is, a fundamental look. Actually, what's more important than, and I'm not saying that these actions aren't important, but what's more important is that every single one of us are taking as much time as we are to complain about what's going on, to complain about what the governments are doing, to take time to actually shift what's happening here in terms of our expectation about what we see in the world, and coming together to hold an intention about what we choose to see out there, and then acting in alignment with that. So putting up a picket fence, but not taking the time out to actually send love to Mother Earth, to join those that are sending positive intentions to Mother Earth, really isn't doing as much as it could be. And I'm not saying don't recycle and don't go to these events and protest. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that let that action follow on from a clear intention, where we're setting expectation here to send love, which does all of the healing anyway, right? To feel that love here within ourselves, to see that love here with our mind's eye, and then to follow through with loving action. So this time that we spend every couple of months when we come together and invite you to join us to send love to ourselves and the planet, really is starting off the process of creating a loving experience that we have with ourselves and with the planet that nourishes us and keeps us. Because someone said something very interesting the other day. The earth has lasted a long time, right? The earth's not going to die. It's we that are going to get wiped out, right? So there's a selfish intention here that should motivate more of us to actually do something here in terms of really knuckling down, anchoring in, and setting these intentions of love to this planet, which feeds us and houses us. And the more of us that do that, the more effect's going to be had. And that effect will far extend any protest, far extend any recycling, far extend any veganism. So it starts here. And this power that we're tapping into and that we're going to tap into now, setting an intention again, can be directed at everything in our life, because everything in our life is simply responding to an expectation that's happening subconsciously. But when we step in with an intention, we consciously decide what we're going to experience. The intention that we set is, I love myself and the planet. The intention that you have for today could be, I get through it without killing my boss or my co-worker, or without being murdered by my kids. It doesn't matter what it is. What I invite you to do right now is to set a personal intention on top of our common intention. A personal expectation of something that you choose to experience today. But focus not on the thing itself, focus on how it will make you feel. If you want to feel at peace, then focus on the feeling of peace. If you want to feel love, then focus on love. If you want to feel expansion, feel expansion. If you want to feel abundance, feel abundance. Feel it now. But join us also in sending love to each and every one of us who are connected to this experience of this meditation that we're going to partake in, and also to this beautiful planet. So without further ado, I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. It's going to be like a cute little ping thing. I have some music in the background. I'm going to raise the volume on that a little bit and mute myself, and then invite you to join me in some meditation. And for those of you who are new to the idea of meditation, it's not really all that complicated. We're not going somewhere special and doing something especially special. We're connecting to the truth of who we are, which is a slice of the divine expressing itself as physical matter. And when we forget that physical element of us for a moment and connect to the truth, the true central tenets of what we are, then we allow that to be what powers and moves our experience. So just take a moment to listen to your heart, take a moment to listen to your breath, and connect to the feelings of what you've chosen to experience. Okay, let's do this. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this adventure into love for ourselves and love for this beautiful planet. Please do take a moment to reconnect with that intention, to reconnect with the intention that you set for yourself and how it makes you feel. And do remember that pretty much every hour on the hour for the next 6 days, one of my fellow ambassadors will be here to hold space for you to meditate and connect to the trueness of who you are. It's been my absolute pleasure to share this space with you today. Have an absolutely amazing and magical day. And remember that you're continually unfolding what you experience through what you expect. And whilst that is happening at a subconscious level, by simply taking a moment to set an intention and connect to the truth of who you are, you can disrupt that and create something else. I love you, and bye bye for now.